Good afternoon. My name is Jackie Lewis, from Jackie's on the Reef in the Grill, Jamaica. I would like to introduce an incredible young man by the name of Kepra. Kepra is a raw foodist, a raw food chef, and a genius in raw foods. Kepra, how
Yes.
are you today?
I'm excellent.
I know that's right.
Okay, another installment of class. What we're gonna do today, definitely want to do a milk, and we're going to also, well, in terms of what we left off,
An extraordinary 3 or 4 days with Kepra teaching 2 classes a day on raw foods. His foods are just amazing. He's so incredible and very, teaching new concepts on raw foods and also how to live your life from a raw foodist. Kepra, when did you begin to really look into the raw foods life?
Yes, as a lifestyle, it was right before Y2K, or what we know, year 2000.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so where did you learn? How did you go about learning?
Well, it started as just a desire to. I felt like I was at a point in my life. It was a crossroads and I said, and instinctively, I guess a little voice said, I need to fast and do raw. And from there, it just started in terms of the research and looking for information. So typically, though, most of your blenders are 64 ounces, which is 8 cups. This is actually 42 ounces, or 5 cups. That first year, maybe the first 2 years, it was really just an exploration. Again, we didn't have, the information age wasn't as developed in that year as it is today with all of the social media and the internet as it is today. So it was I had to do things pretty much the old-fashioned way, books, CDs, DVDs. So that's how it started for me, and it was really just more or less me, just a desire to learn, a desire to do this as a lifestyle practice, and that was my driving force. Typically, really the first impulse for most people is just to go like that, but really you want to utilize the size of the bag. So what I do is I kind of make a knot so it doesn't escape out of here, and just kind of like spread it out and let it use the surface area of the bag.
So why is it? Did you feel different in doing the raw foods? Did your body, respond differently doing raw foods? Why did you pursue it? So,
to be honest with you, I felt like more than anything else, it was a spiritual calling. I didn't have any health challenges. I wasn't sick. I was always active, and I played sports. So it wasn't so much like, a lot of people turn to the raw foods out of necessity because they are facing a major health crisis.
yes.
I wasn't facing a major health crisis. I wouldn't say that my health was perfect, but again, it was just a yearning to say, okay, I felt like I just wanted more out of my life. I wanted to live the best life that I could, and I felt like I couldn't do that without doing this, eating 100% raw foods, learning ultimately it became learning how to make a lot of the foods. First it was I just want to eat just fresh foods, fresh fruits and vegetables, nuts, seeds, and that sort of thing. But later it just became, okay, I need to become a chef. I needed to become a chef in order to be successful. And then later it became, oh, I need to become a leader and I need to show others how to do it. The thing is that, it is fresh and it's also very sensitive, especially if you're doing it with the coconut meat. The coconut meat is extremely sensitive. I mean, it could literally, especially like if we're out here, it could spoil like as I'm making it. So it's like something you have to definitely keep cold and drink right away.
You sound as if you really listen to your higher self.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
very, very unusual. Most people do not listen to that higher force or that higher self and be guided.
Right.
The general public or general people basically just go forward and they always hitting walls. But when you follow your intuitive, your gut feeling about something, things begin to flow. Have you noticed that with your life?
Oh, that is, I mean, you're speaking about my life, 100%. I pretty much it's gotten to a point where I don't even really necessarily like to plan. I plan, but I leave a lot of flexibility.
Right.
I leave the opportunity for what I may not know.
Exactly.
And I really just try to flow with the current. With the coconut meat, you gotta make sure the only thing you gotta make sure is just clean, and make sure because when you scrape the meat out of the coconut, there could be little chips, like hard chips that that are part of the shell. So make sure you clean that off. You make sure it's clean. There's no hard chips.
Last night, what was the dinner? It was just wonderful, just delicious. What was it?
Well, a lot of people when they think about raw food, they just think, okay, fruits and then salads. Most restaurants, will say, okay, I can get a salad. And really that's most people's perception of saying, okay, just eat like a rabbit.
Yeah.
Just fruit, or you eat like fruits and salads. But really what raw cuisine has taken on is the fact that now we can take not just fruits and vegetables, but nuts, seeds, fatty fruits. People like to think of an avocado or pear as a vegetable, but it actually is a fruit. The ackee here in Jamaica. Things also like olives. Things that have more than just water. And so last night what we did is basically we used nuts to create what I call a nut burger. So I'm adding like lots of vegetables, the nuts. We also have hemp seeds, which loaded with protein, and just create a nice flavor, a nice dish. And so what we do, that becomes our base. We essentially made a vegetable or a savory pie.
Wow.
Using we had the nut crust, we had a layer, we make all our sauces fresh. We do like a white base sauce that would be equivalent to, say, a cheese or mayonnaise out of cashews.
Which was wonderful.
Right, that becomes a layer. We sliced up some cabbage, and that was a layer. We just dressed that lightly with a little olive oil and a little salt, and then we had our ackee, as the top of the pie, which again has a nice fat protein content. we're gonna move ahead with our next dish, and this will be a short class today. We're gonna make one more side dish for our salad, and we have the plantain and we have the wrap, and so we're gonna do basically let's see, we have the callaloo. Let me see what we got here. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is basically like a callaloo. We're gonna cut up the broccoli. So this is our callaloo already prepped, ready to go. And we're gonna use our broccoli, and we're gonna cut it up and make like a broccoli callaloo dish.
I was listening to you speak the other night, and you were talking about the 4 different tastes: sour,
5.
5, sour, sweet, fat.
No.
What was?
Okay, we got sweet, sour, salt, bitter, and hot.
And hot. Okay.
Usually fat or oils I put under sweet, because oil, even though they're not like a syrup per se, they have like a sweet vibe. They provide more of a sweet than anything else. And as we know, all of our food needs to break down into sugar in order for the body to use it.
All of it?
All of it. Eat fats, proteins. So that's the thing. If our body has a hard time processing food, breaking it down into a simple sugar, then that creates a dilemma for the body.
So that is why, like for instance, carbohydrates break down to sugar.
Right.
But I just thought that was just carbohydrates that broke down to sugar.
No.
So you're saying everything breaks down to sugar.
Everything breaks down to sugar.
But your body is able to metabolize the other sugars better than the carbohydrate?
Well, the thing is that like the sugars, like the simple sugars we get from fruits, very easy to break down.
Okay.
But fruits, especially high moisture water fruits, are more cleansing. They don't really nourish us. They're more of eliminative cleansing fruits, foods. So when we eat mostly like sweet fruits, those sugars are actually healing, and they actually are balanced with a lot of water, a lot of moisture. So if you eat a watermelon, or you eat a pineapple, or you eat any citrus fruits, these fruits have balanced sugars, simple sugars that rush through the body, that allow the body to eliminate. Now, these foods are not high on nourishment. The nourishing foods are the more concentrated foods. So those are our nuts and seeds. Our nuts and seeds and things like that have a fat content. Avocado, olives, ackee. These things have more of a nourishing effect. So they're going to move through the digestion a lot slower. So it allows the body to sort of nourish itself. See, when food is, if you ate just lots of fruits and coconut water, your bowels are gonna move really fast, almost to the level where you might have diarrhea. But if you eat too many nuts, then you might get constipated. So you need this balance. Yesterday we had a nori wrap. Today we're gonna have a coconut skin wrap. Okay, so this is real simple. Now if you have avocado, this is like, the time to use it. So I just put the whole burger on there, and I kind of break it up. And I would also like line up my avocado if I was using avocado, along with the burger.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, do you have anything else you would like to share with us?
I think that one thing I like to say is that again, like for me, this was a spiritual calling. Um, this may not necessarily be for everyone, but in order to really get the most out of this body, we need to definitely include more raw foods. So this is for everybody. It's not for everybody, but it is for everybody.
Right,
It's I'm losing the word, but basically the hypocrisy of life, I guess you could say it like that. Because the thing is that if we want to eat, if we want to live, we have to eat life. So the thing is that, but we have to find a balance between, our friends, family, loved ones.
Absolutely.
And because some of our people in our inner circle may not be ready.
Toxic.
And yes, and that's something that obviously I've dealt with on a personal level over the years doing this. And I see people who become inspired to eat more raw food, to go on this path, and they have to take these things in consideration because at the end of the day, we have to find a balance on what is important. Our family and our children and loved ones, our spouse, these are people that are all important to us, and we really shouldn't. We have to find again another dance to say, okay, how do I find a way to include more raw foods so that I can be healthier, so I can avoid diseases like cancer and maybe hypertension, diabetes, a lot of things that are plaguing our communities. But at the same time, I don't alienate my loved ones. I don't make people feel weird or anything. So it takes some courage. It takes a lot of discipline.
Right.
It definitely, and it takes some know-how and some, anything worth having is worth working for. And so this is definitely something for anyone and everyone to really give some thought, do some research, find some people that are doing this, connect with new people, So I think it's really an opportunity, for all of us to continue to grow. And that's it. All right. And that's it. Okay. So, so that brings the class officially to a close. We're going to dish out this, and you stay right there. We're going to make get Miss Gwen.
Thank you, Kepra. It has been such a wonderful opportunity, first of all, to meet you. I've heard so much about you. And secondly, to taste your foods. What a delight.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Well,
blessings to you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for inviting me here. Again, our mutual friend helped to make this happen. And without you inviting me, I wouldn't be here. So, all the thanks goes to you for sure. And what you said is really, makes me feel like, okay, I need to be here because, any chance I can get to inspire, and to help people improve their lives, then I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, what I'm supposed to do.
True. I feel that if I can just touch a human being every day, someone, that's, I've done what I'm supposed to be doing. So you have touched me deeply. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.